Okay, so today we're going to talk about some aeronautical decision making because, well, it's a big part of being a pilot and flying. You have to make good decisions if you want to come home at the end of the day. So I was in a group recently and someone made this post. So let's just read right from the post. The post says, I canceled my flight lesson for the first time today. First solo lesson due to stress levels being high with all life and school shenanigans. I'm safe checklist and all. I felt so awkward telling my instructor, but I'm glad he was cool with it and very understanding, but I just feel like a fraud. Any thoughts? Well, here's my thoughts on it as a CFI flight instructor. Bravo to you. You made an excellent decision. Again, aeronautical decision making, ADM, is a very big part of learning to become a pilot. So if you are my student and you called me and canceled the flight for those reasons, I couldn't be happier. It shows me that you're paying attention, that you're learning, that you're progressing, and that you're understanding what this is all about. I couldn't tell you how many times I've flown with someone that probably should have canceled because of the I'm safe checklist, and well, they didn't. At the end of the day, it's on you. You're the one that has to come home from this flight, along with your instructor. Thankfully, you're a student pilot, and you have your instructor there, so should something happen, your instructor will get you back to the ground safely. But man, there's all these different things that we learn when we're going to fly an airplane. We learn weather theory, we learn principles of flight, aerodynamics, all this kind of stuff that we put into it. But one of the things that I teach, and one of the very first things we do when I meet with my students, the process I meet with it is, first off, tell me, what are the 3 things that you need in order to fly legally today? Well, it's a photo ID, it's your pilot's license or student pilot certificate, whatever you want to call it, and your medical. The next thing I ask them is did you do the I'm safe checklist? Tell me about, and if they're new, I want to know what the I'm safe checklist is, so that way I know that they know exactly what the I'm safe checklist is. And I asked them, did you do that today? Are we good to fly? So the fact that you canceled your flight because you felt you couldn't pass the I'm safe checklist, bravo to you. You did an excellent job. You made a wonderful decision. So, are you a fraud? Not in the least bit. You are smarter than most student pilots out there because you made the right decision pre-solo. So that's not typical, at least from what I've seen, especially pre-solo students, very eager to get to that solo, and we're going to push through anything and everything, and we're going to get there so we can become a pilot. Because let's be honest, your first solo is the day you become a pilot. Everything after that is just government pieces of paper. Really kind of meaningless in my opinion. The day you solo is the day you become an official pilot in my book. So are you a fraud? 100% no. You made the right decision, and I hope your post and this video stands the test of time to show that this is the right decision, this is the path to go down, that ADM is something that you really need to work on, you need to understand, be aware of, and really take into account before you go in the air and fly every day. Because again, the saying goes, I'd rather be on the ground wishing I was in the sky than being in the sky wishing I was on the ground. And it could be for a whole bunch of different reasons. Maybe you made a bad decision when it comes to weather or anything like that, but it all comes back to ADM, the decision-making process. And by you doing that, you made an excellent decision. So again, if you are my student, that right there, that checks off a very big box, that I know that you are going to put safety first when you get into that airplane. So if you were my student, man, that just moved you one step closer to that solo, because you just proved to me right then and there that you have a good head on your shoulders. You're going to make smart, safe decisions. So whoever your CFI is out there, congratulations to you. You have a wonderful student that's doing everything right. I know you're proud of them. And to you, again, I'm proud of you. I know your CFI is proud of you. And I'm sure the rest of the community is proud of you. Because if more people made that smart decision, we'd have less deaths every year. So with that, I'm going to end the video on that and just say again, congratulations on a job well done, on a great decision, made, and you are 100% not a fraud. You are what student pilots and all pilots of all levels should model themselves after. If you aren't right and you can't pass that I'm safe checklist, you shouldn't be flying. So with that, we'll move on and I'll see you next week.